outdoors here now.
Okay.
As long as we're doing this here.
Might as well.
So 250 outdoor preview here brought to you by our friends at Flo Racing. All right, let's start with number 1. I'm going to write this down as we go.
Okay.
We're going to say it at the same time. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Deegan.
I mean, in all due respect, it's hard not to. He's the
defending champ. He's the outdoor guy in 250.
He's the outdoor guy, but I do think, though, a lot of people have a little bit of obviously you can't say recency bias because it's been a year, but I think a lot of people do have a little bit of a jaded memory on how his outdoors went. So like, let's go into it for a minute.
Okay, go ahead.
Obviously, other than the high point split with Ty, like dominated the first 4 rounds.
3 or 4, yeah.
So Paula, he didn't dominate because he didn't win every race, but he dominated as far as
he was good. He was really good.
Yes, very very good. Paula, Hangtown, Thunder Valley was on his way to go in 1-1 at Hangtown until he decided to tornado himself into the ground. Thunder Valley and then Southwick came out and killed it. But after Southwick, and I went back and did this because like just like everybody else, we had been so far removed from outdoors. I'm like, yeah, I started thinking the same way. I'm like, yeah, dude, like he won by such a big margin, wrapped up early. Like he dominated outdoors. Then I went back and looked at it, and I'm like,
mid-season wasn't that good.
No, that's what I'm getting to. He had 1 overall after Southwick. 1 overall. And that was Washougal. Him and Tom, when they split, he didn't even win. It's not like he only won the 1 overall and then won a bunch of motos and then had a bad moto. There was a lot of motos where he didn't win at all. So it's like, I went back and I'm like, that's weird. I'm like, how the fuck did he win the? Because once again, we're so far removed, like you can only remember so much, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, well, how the fuck did he wrap up the title early? And then I go, well, it's because his bad motos were like a 3rd, a 4th, a 5th. And then everybody was racing, a la Hymas, a la Kitchen, Ty Masterpool there for a while, Vial. Their bad motos were a 9th, a 10th. If you're in Hymas's position at Unadilla, a DNF. So it's like, I think, and I just want to put that out there because even though Deegan, and we both agree, is going to be the guy. He's the defending champ. He deserves to be the number 1 guy. He won more races than everybody else last year as far as motos. He wasn't as dominant as we all would lead to believe. Like, he was dominant at the beginning of the series, but he won 1 overall and didn't even go 1-1 after Southwick. So it's like he won because he was more consistent, which is part of winning championships.
Yep.
But I got locked into like everybody else. Like people are like, oh, he dominated.
No, actually, when you started talking about that, I was like, yeah, he did not do.
He didn't.
Like I remember going mid-season and he wasn't winning motos, and we were all like, what the hell's happening?
So it was just he was more consistent. And that's part of it. And once again,
his results last year for outdoors. Overalls.
Yes.
1-1-1.
Yep.
1.
Yep.
2.
Yep. That was the Time Master pool.
Yep. 1.
Yep.
And then 5-2-1, 2-3-4.
So he was really good, but he didn't dominate. Mm-hmm. And a lot of those ones, it's not like he even won the moto. He was just more consistent.
Yeah.
Like Millville didn't win a moto.
Yeah.
So it's like I got sucked in the same thing. I'm like, man, yeah, he was dominant. I went back and I'm like, no, he was just way more consistent than everybody else. But once again, title favorite, deserves to be. So all right, so that's Deegan. So then you get 2 through 5. So who do you got?
Fuck, I don't know, man.
All right, so let me give mine. And I think this is kind of like, I think we can pick up off last year if we're going off last year. I think that Hymas, Kitchen, and Vial should probably be in there because those were the guys from last year. And we know that 2 of them, Vial and Hymas, are going to come in 100%. Kitchen has been riding for quite a while, but I think Kitchen, because of last year, he won overalls. He was in the points chase for a little bit, and then he kind of had some midseason slump, as he does. Mm-hmm. But he was one of the few guys that, like, speed for speed, was able to match Deegan and get the best of him a few times. The 5th, I mean, as much as I was going to put Davies in there, but the unknown, dude, I really believe, and call me a homer, Seth wins this title tonight. I think Seth has got to be that 5th guy.
Man, I can't.
Seth, I think, is better even outdoors than he is in Supercross.
Like, I can't argue it, but at the same time, I'm just like, man, but we haven't seen anything out. Like, he's good.
He's got good. Podiums. He's led races.
He's good, but it's kind of like Supercross. I got to see it.
Yeah.
Like, I got to see it.
And that's fair. And that is totally fair.
Yeah.
And like I just said, call me homer, call me biased. But I think that if he's proven he can get through Supercross, something that he's had worse times getting through than outdoors, and he can win a title, and this is a big if, we're about to see, can win a title, and he's better outdoors, and obviously now he's down at the dog pound, he's working with Burner, he's working with Jet and Hunter, he's riding with Hymas every day, so he's going to know where he stacks up speed-wise. Mm-hmm. Cardio has never been his issue, it's always been up top. Dude, you come in, you're like, yeah, man, like I'm coming off a title. I think I got to slip him in there, but I would not have a problem if anybody else didn't. I think that's me being biased, and that's fine. Call me a homer. But do you agree with Vial, Kitchen, and Hymas?
Yeah, you have to go with those guys. And then, dude, honestly,
And I know the fifth is tough, but who you got?
you got to put J-Mart in there.
Okay. See, I got no problem with that.
You
I just
gotta
didn't
put
him
J-Mart in
because we
there.
Don't know if he's running the whole series,
It looks more promising every time a star guy gets hurt.
which is a
Which
bummer.
is bummer, but I'm just saying, every time a star guy goes out, you're like, well, J-Mart's just going to ride some more rounds.
Would you have had Davies in there had he not been hurt, or would it have still been kind of a wait and see because we don't know? Because the only time we've seen Davies
I
was
still would have been wait and see. And then you've got this other unknown here.
Mikael Harrop.
What about Eric?
I mean, dude, on any given day, I've said this, Harrop can get top fives. He can lead motos, man. I mean, he's another guy that you look at and you're like, yeah, bro, if you're going off speed. And he was the only guy really last year outside of a few times with Sasha and Adamo that really was able to challenge Koonin and DeWolf speed for speed outdoors. Yeah, I mean, dude, he could come out and set the world on fire. And he's another guy that if he can get the program, the one-day format figured out soon, he might come in and fuck shit up for everybody.
Does Schmoda do anything?
I love Joe, but no. I don't see how this is going to be any different. Like, he's going to struggle at the beginning, and he's going to pick it up halfway in, but no. And honestly, man, there's a ton of other dudes. I mean, but we don't know when they're going to be back healthy. I think the only other guy that you can look at is Ty.
I was
Ty
just
was
about
the
to
only
ask.
other guy.
I was just about to ask when we get to Kawasaki here. Drew Adams, Ty Masterpool.
I don't see Drew. I think Drew's going to be top 10. Masterpool is the only one because obviously he had an overall last year. He led motos. Ty is very spicy. He started his outdoor prep very early this year, so we know he's going to come in prepared. And the videos I've seen, he looks really good. Although, homeboy, you got to shift and get off the rev limiter because you're going to grenade that bike. But Ty still scares me because he still has those mid-season slumps.
Okay.
And look what happened after he did really, really well at High Point, the Wick, and Redbud. He was outside the top 10 at Millville.
Yeah. And you don't think Drew Adams does anything?
I think Drew's top 10, but I don't. Drew, I don't know if he has that top-end speed to run with those boys. And part of me believes that if he gets in a situation where he's got those dudes, just say for the sake of this, you got Hayden hounding your ass and you're out front.
Yeah.
I think Drew is just not ready for that mentally. And that's okay, bro. He's 17 years old.
Yeah.
Or 16 or whatever.
Yeah.
17. Like, that's fine. So then you go, like, okay, who else do you got? Like, I mean, if everybody's back healthy with Star, like, not
Thrasher.
Dax, not Mosman. Thrasher's really good, but he's never really had that flash of brilliance outdoors.
Okay.
Like Anstie and Brown, like when they're healthy, I mean, could
I
they?
don't know.
Could
I
they
don't
do
know.
it? I mean, if Anstie, the way he did in Supercross, shows up for outdoors,
But Anstie didn't show up last year when he was on that bike.
what about Pierce Brown? I mean, Pierce
I don't
Brown.
know.
Yeah.
Are
I mean-
any of the Rockstar Gas Husky dudes coming back?
Well, RJ's not going to be
I know
outdoors no
RJ.
matter what. So then you go.
I don't know. He didn't make it sound that way in the press conference yesterday.
But he's 450 though.
I know. Yeah. I
So,
mean,
like,
yeah,
so-
that's a thing. But
So then you think about like, what about Juju?
that was my next question. You think he does anything? Because I'm doubtful.
I think Juju will really be good on the hard pack shit. So you think about the first three or the first four actually. You think about Paula, you think about Hangtown, you think about Thunder Valley, High Point. I think he's gonna struggle bus the Wick and Redbud in Millville. I think Washougal he could be spicy. I think Washougal he could be really, really spicy. Like honestly, if you're asking me what round Juju could win, it's Washougal. Even though Hayden and Tom put on a clinic there last year, Washougal is right up Juju's alley as far as dirt. So then you go to Ironman. Not so much. Unadilla maybe, and then we go to Budds Creek. Like, dude, Budds Creek is a follow the leader track, so that's all basically going to start.
Yeah.
So Juju could be spicy. So then you go to the Gas boys, Cochran and Ryder D, loads of fucking talent. I'm not betting the house on Ryder D or Casey Cochran that they can be consistent enough.
Okay.
Ryder D had his moments, and Cochran led Millville last year after the downpour. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you go to the rest of the Cowie boys. I mean, we gave Kitchen, Seth, so, like, McAdoo's not going to be back. And honestly, no offense to Cam. If Cam's back, still, Cam has never been crazy fast outdoors. He had his moments. So then that really only leaves the club boys. Cody Schock. Okay. Cody Schock. Devin Simonson, no. What about Max Volan?
Well, I don't know, man. But with that being said, we have the 250 main event coming up here.
All right,
So
who's your title pick then? Right now, is it Deegan?
Deegan.
Is
It's hard to bet against him.
Is it tougher than last year though?
No.
All right, because I'm going tougher than last year. I think Deegan is a fair bet to win the title, but I think it's a lot tougher than last year because I think a lot of these guys are going to be more consistent. But Deegan win the title, like I have no problems with that. But
Okay.
if you told me that Levi Kitchen won the title, I still wouldn't either because once again, this 250 class is fucking buck wild. All right, Seth, let's get her done, buddy.
Just want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys like this kind of content and you want to see the full show, it's linked right here. If you guys want to make sure that you never miss an update, you never miss a show, a live stream, a bike build, or anything that we're doing, make sure to hit that subscribe button there and make sure to turn on notifications with the bell. If you want to join our members area to help support the show, that's greatly appreciated too. And you can check us recording things live that other people in the general public don't get to see. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see y'all on the next one.